Good day, everyone. Trainer Maxim with you. Thank you very much for joining me for this episode of my podcast. Today, we're going to talk about an unexpected aspect of our fitness development. As always, before we start, I want to thank everyone who supports my channel. Thank you very much, everyone. Your comments, suggestions, your generosity, super thanks. Of course, my support angels. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you a lot. In my other podcasts, we have already discussed quite a few aspects of our physical fitness, such as strength, mobility, flexibility, coordination, and so on. And in those podcasts, I was emphasizing one very interesting thing, that our physical development was not really in the first place about our physicality. Our physical development in the first place is all about the ability of the central nervous system to utilize the resources of your body. What it means? If we talk about the strength component, that it's not really about how big your muscles are. It is about the ability of the central nervous system to recruit the adequate amount of the muscle cells when you need them. It is about the ability of the central nervous system to recruit those muscle cells in the coordinated fashion. And it's also about the ability of the central nervous system to supply the adequate amount of the electricity to those recruited muscles at the right frequency in order to yield the maximum outcome. And same goes with the coordination. Coordination is the ability of the central nervous system to engage the muscle cells in the right sequence in order to produce a very smooth movement. Same goes with the balance. Balance is the ability of the central nervous system to use its other skill, coordination, in order to find the position of your body in which your body is stable. And again, the same goes with your flexibility. Your flexibility is not really about how flexible the physical matter of your muscles is. The flexibility is the ability of the brain to tolerate the stretch you have in the physical matter of your muscles. So you can see that our physical development is very much about the capacity of the central nervous system to run our body, to manipulate our body parts in order to yield the maximum outcome. And for that, the brain uses a lot of information about our body. And that's why I was encouraging you to learn about your body, to read the books on anatomy, to learn how the body interacts, body parts interact with each other, what muscle attached to what bone interacts with what bone. So those pieces of information are crucial for the ability of the brain to come up with a nice, smooth, strong, safe movement. So the ability of the brain to manipulate those pieces of information is crucial. However, that information is utterly useless if we don't know how to use it. It's pretty much like being an encyclopedia. An encyclopedia, you can find all the pieces of information about everything, but if you don't really how to apply that information, if you don't know how to connect dots together, then you cannot come up with a nice algorithm of the action, of the nice action plan. You're incapable. So for that reason, the information itself is not enough. We need to take care of another ability of the brain, another skill of the brain, the analytical skill. And it's very, very important. Analytical skill, in essence, is the ability of the brain to manipulate the blocks of the information, the pieces of the information. And those pieces might be filled with different kind of information. Information about your body, information about your muscles, information about your training development, information about your professional life. So analytical skill is a crucial component of everything in our life, including the physical fitness development. Because without that analytical skill, we might be, if we're talking about the training, we might be putting our body in peril by executing the drills which might not be compatible with our current state of health. Let's say somebody told you that that drill is very beneficial for the handstands or flexibility of your hamstrings, and you did not analyze that. You just took that piece of information for granted. You did not play this scenario in your head. What if, based on your current health conditions, say, yes, under some circumstances, that drill might be very beneficial. But given the fact that you might have a herniated disc or pulled shoulder or messed up ankle, that drill might not benefit you much. And even on contrary, it can hurt your body. So without a thorough analysis of the future activity, we might be placing ourselves in danger of the physical damage. And that's why before implementing any skill, any drills, we need to play with the pieces of information available to us about how the body interacts, how the muscles pull on each other, what health conditions we have, what's going to happen to my lower back if I perform that or another drill. So the analysis is very, very important in the first place in order to stay safe and in order to be able to predict the outcome without having to live through that outcome in the first place. Otherwise, we just cannot afford use the method of error and trial. It's very costly for our health. So it's better to develop the very strong analytical skill to play with the pieces of information available in order to stay safe and efficient. Besides, the analytical skill is in charge of another interesting component of ourselves. What it means. So you know that in order to be successful with any activity in life, you need to be well motivated. You need to believe in yourself. As one famous person once said, if you believe that you can, that you're right. If you believe that you can't, then you're right. So the belief will determine how well, how badly you want that or another outcome. And typically how it works, first, before implementing any training plan, any business proposal, you need to believe into that success. If you believe in that success, then it will beget a very nice action plan, very robust action plan. That action plan will give you some interaction of the pieces of that activity, and that interaction will give you some outcome, some result, and that result will be measured in success or failure. And if your belief is strong enough, if your action plan was good enough, then chances are that we will be measuring that outcome in success and not in failure. However, any belief in the first place is based on the analysis. You can believe as much as you can that you can jump over the Grand Canyon and leave after that, and without the thorough analysis you might even attempt to do that, and I'm sure people have done that to their disadvantage, but any analysis will show you that it's impossible. It cannot be done. So you will not proceed with that action plan. But if you believe in something without supporting it with a strong analysis, with a strong data, that you might venture yourself into not the right direction and place yourself in peril. So if we develop a very strong analytical skill, then based on that, we can develop a very strong ability to believe in ourselves, to believe in the success of our training. And why it's important? It's important because when you believe in the action, when you are excited about the training process, then your central nervous system will be more active during that process. Your central nervous system will be sending more electrical activity to the muscles while you're going through the plan you really like, through the drills you really like. And if it's the case, that your outcome will be most certainly the success. But if you don't believe in yourself, if you based your belief, you based your belief on the very poor analysis or no analysis at all, then essentially you are turning your belief into a gamble. And when the belief is not supported by the analytical data, that your action plan might not be consistent. You might be skipping the gym because, yeah, they say that it's good for your health, but are they right? Are they wrong? Should I believe them? But if you base your belief on the analytical data, people go to the gym, people stay healthy, it really works. I have 2 arms and two legs, just like anybody else. I have the same head, I have the same brain. So I see no reason why I cannot be successful with 1 arm handstand or 2 arms handstands or press 2 handstands or whatever. So the chances are that you will believe in yourself in a better way when your analysis is very solid. But in the first place, you have to have that analysis, you need to develop the analytical skill in order to base your belief on that, in order to be consistent with your training. So that is a very important aspect of the analytical skill. And it sounds like mamba jamba, it sounds something untangible, something almost spiritual, analytical skills, but we shall not forget that the brain is a very physical structure. The brain is a bunch of chemicals put together. It's a protein structure. All the thoughts we have, all the desire we have in our life are down to the flow of chemicals in our brain through the nerves, which are again physical structure. So the analytical skill is pretty much a physical ability of the brain to process the pieces of information. It's very much physical. It's not even psychological, because once we say that something is psychological, we think it's not real. It's very real. Psychological things are actually physical things, because just they reside in your brain and not in your body. And the brain is the mastermind, literally, of your body. So the analytical skill is a very important component of our fitness. It will keep us safe. It will keep us motivated. It will keep us consistent with our physical fitness development or anything else in our life. But we must possess a very strong analytical skill. We must develop the ability of problem solving. It's crucial for everything. And no, it's not about reading books or learning new languages or learning how to play piano. Learning how to play piano, reading books, it's about the obtaining the information, new information. It's about the acquiring some pieces of knowledge. But now we need to learn how to put those pieces of knowledge together in order to come up with a good action plan, in order to be able to envision the action plan, the outcome of that action plan, without having to live through that. And that's very important. So how we can develop the analytical skills? Well, there are quite a few simple tools, and I can think of one right away, and that tool is thousands of years old. You might know the name of that game. It's the chess, right? I know it sounds very trivial, but I encourage you to play those games. I encourage you to play chess, checkers, maybe more contemporary games, Sokoban, when you move the boxes in a limited space, being able only to push the box and not pull. So try to find the games or activities which require thinking and not based on luck, because a lot of games are based on luck, lucky choice, lucky coincidence. Chess is essentially the set of the pieces of information. The chess is the information about how all those figures can move, and you put them together in order to come up with a strategy, in order to envision the strategy and envision what your opponent is going to do. And as I said before, the analytical skill is the ability to run the pieces of information, to put them together, and those pieces, those blocks of information, can be filled with any information. So for this reason, instead of filling those blocks with the information on pieces movement of chess, you can fill it with information about your body development. Now you can apply that ability of playing chess to your physical fitness development. I'm not kidding. It's a very real thing, because we're all unique. You guys all have your peculiarities about your physical development. All the drills I'm giving you in my videos, yes, they typically work under regular circumstances, but we're all unique. Our spines are not straight. Some of you might have spine curved 5 degrees to the left, some 5 degrees to the right. Some might have some injuries in the lower back or the shoulders. And for that reason, before attempting any drills, we need to analyze, is it compatible with our current health? And to do so, we need a very strong analytical skill, very strong problem-solving skill. It's another skill, just like balance, just like coordination of the brain, just like flexibility. Analytical skill is a real tangible skill of the brain, almost physical, not almost physical skill we need in order to be successful with our development, in order to be safe with training, consistent with training. So I encourage you to give it a try, play chess, checkers, sokoban, try to develop your analytical skills, read books as well, read books on the body development, read books about the biology, about chemistry, so that you know how the body works. And if you work on your analytical skills and improving your knowledge about the body, providing new pieces of information, now you can put those two things together. The information is a tool for your analytical skill to be used successfully, and you will be much better off with any physical training because you can achieve pretty much everything. And if you run the analysis, you can see that you, just like me, have 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 torso, 1 head. So you can do everything I can do, give or take. But you need to be strategic about this. And fun fact, actually, when I was growing up during the USSR time, I was a kid. We had the boxing section in our neighborhood, boxing club, of course ran by the government of the USSR. But the very next building to it, we had the chess club, and as a matter of fact, we had quite a few chess clubs in our district, and they were hugely popular amongst the schoolboys. The activity was encouraged by our teachers. I would go to the boxing section, and I would go to the chess club afterwards because a couple of friends of mine, they were regulars. And when they convinced me to come for the first time to the chess club, I entered the room and I got so excited about being there. My eyes were shining. I was so inspired by the environment because the first thing I saw in that room, in the corner of that room, there were 2 amazing arcades, Pac-Man and Space Invaders. Yes, I got so excited about the video games in that club that I joined immediately. No, of course, I'm kidding. I was excited about this, but I also wanted to play chess. And still, to these days, I still play chess occasionally to keep my mental capacity of the analytical skill going. It's very, very important. And that is my message for today. That's what I wanted to say. So work on another unexpected aspect of your physical fitness, analytical skill, in order to keep yourself safe, efficient, and happy in a way. Okay, everyone, thank you very much. Tell me what you think about this crazy idea, but not really. And go enjoy your day. Try playing chess. Work on your analytical skills. I will see you in my next videos. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye. Trainer Maxim.